y'all, forgive me for this little raggedy intro, but I filmed this video like 2 weeks ago and I forgot to come on and say hey before I started recording. So I just wanted to pop in and do that real quick. This is just basically an updated how I organize my freelance kit video. I'm gonna say it is a what I keep in my kit for all the new people, but if you watch the old one, it's most of the same stuff. There are a few new things in there, but if you watch the old one, it's mostly an updated how I organize my kit video. So get you some snacks because once again, it's a long video, but I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning back into my channel, and I'll see you. Oh, I'll link everything below, and I'll see you on the next video. All right, y'all. So here is the whole suitcase laid out. This is what I carry everything in. Well, this bag on the top sits on top of the suitcase on the outside, but the pink bag, that MAC travel bag, and then my lights and all my extras are on that side. That all stays inside of the suitcase. The only thing that's going to be sitting on top of it, like when I'm going into a job or like whatever, before I unpack, is the black bag. And that's just because it's really like thick, I guess is the right word for it. It won't fit in here. It's too like high. It sits up too high to fit in here comfortably, but everything else fits inside of the suitcase. So now I'm going to switch angles and go through each bag one by one, and then I'll go through the other side of the suitcase that has my lights and my brushes and all my extra stuff in it. But this black bag is complexion, the pink bag is eyes and lips, and then the other black bag on the bottom, the MAC travel bag, is all of like my extras. So basically, whenever I go into a job, the black bag on top and the pink bag automatically come out because 9 times out of 10, that's all I'm going to need, and that's what I'm going to be working out of. But just in case there is something extra that I want, I have all of my backup stuff in the black MAC travel bag. So now let me switch angles. I'm going to turn my ring light on and we're going to go through each of these bags. All right, so I'm starting with my extras compartment first. These 2 bags on top, well, this like book and then this bag on top, these are most of my brushes. I do have a few of like the main ones that I use in my complexion bag, but these are all of the rest. So this case came from Amazon. My business cards on the side. This case came from Amazon. They just sit up in here like so. And then as far as this other one goes, it opens up like a pencil book. And they just display like this in here. And you can stand this up and you can cover these up. Like I would not recommend that you store clean and dirty brushes together, but if you're using this for like personal use, you can cover one side up. Like if you're using this to travel and keep your clean brushes over here and then your used brushes over here. But for professional use, I would not put my clean and dirty brushes together at any point for any reason. But this is in here just in case you needed to do that. So as far as brushes go, like as far as brands, I have all different types: e.l.f., BH Cosmetics, MAC, Sigma, what else? Sonia, Kashuk, just whatever works. Amazon, eBay brushes, whatever works, whatever gets the job done. I'm not picky as long as it does what it's supposed to do. So this over here is where I keep my dirty brushes after I use them. It's from AOA Studios, which is from Shop Miss A. This little container came with a bunch of brushes inside, which some of those were just in that container, but I use it for dirty brushes. These little 3 things over here are where I can keep beauty blenders after they've been used. So I hate to just like, I usually give my clients their blenders after I use them on them. And so I hate to just hand them a dirty beauty blender. And so before, what I was doing was buying little cheap cases off of Amazon or eBay to give them to them. But now I just got these new blenders from from She Glam. I just did a video on them, and they come with the case. So I've just been keeping these inside of here so that I can give them to my clients, because I'm not going to use these cases, but I will use them when I give the blenders away. So I have an extra hair clip in here. This is my little brush, not my brush, this is my little fan for when I'm doing lashes and I need for them to dry. It just turns on and off. Super, super convenient. It's also really good for if you're ever having to work outdoors. My wipes, of course, we have Clorox wipes. This is my little Bluetooth speaker. This also came off of Amazon. This little thing is good, and it was only like $30, and it is real good. It's got really clear sound. I like it. I like it a lot. These are, oh, I love these. These are my Glamcore disposable, can you see that? Single-use adhesive hand palette. So you know how we like to mix stuff on the back of our hands? These are just, I think it's medical grade tape is all that it is. But you stick them on the back of your hand. You pull this up, obviously. You pull the little thing out. And then you stick it on the back of your hand so that instead of just mixing directly on top of your skin, you're mixing on top of a surface, but it's still on the back of your hand. I hate mixing palettes. Hate them. I know a lot of people love them, but I absolutely cannot stand them. I much prefer to mix on the back of my hand. So having something like this that just sticks straight to the back and I can mix right on it, fantastic. I love these. You can get one pack, I think. Don't quote me. I think they're $15 a pack, but they also have like a bulk size where you can get a box that comes with like 6 of these inside, and that's always what I buy. But in the pack, there are 50 in the pack. And then these are my Glamcore lights. This is the light I use most of the time. Sometimes I use a ring light, but for the most part, I use the Glamcore lights. And then this over here, I'm trying to make sure I stay out of the camera. This over here is my Gleam by Melanie Mills. This is, you know, she makes those body glows and those face glows, which you'll see in a little bit because I have them in my complexion kit. She also has a setting spray. I did not know she had a setting spray until recently. I don't love this on the face, but what I do love it for is on the body. Like if I'm using any type of body makeup, or if I am putting any type of glow or shimmer on the body, this holds it in place without it moving around too much. So I do love this on the body. I don't necessarily love it on the face. I don't think it really makes makeup last any longer on the face, but I do feel like it does hold body makeup in place really well. So that's what I've been using it for. Okay, this is my complexion kit. So all of my basically face products are in here, including blushes, bronzers, powder, everything complexion related is in this bag. So up top, this is just disposables and then like sanitation stuff. That's my brush cleaner in there. There's a backup mask. This is alcohol. There's my hand sanitizer. And I do have the RCMA No Color powder up here just because I don't know. I don't love this as much as everyone else does, but I can't bring myself to take it out of my kit. Every time I get ready, I'm just like, no, don't do it yet. These 2 bags came from my MAC Zuka bag. And I also have a non-disposable palette in here just in case. And of course, it's shaped like a heart because I like cute stuff. But as I just previously said, I hardly use it, but I have it. So next over here, let me see if I can sit down, y'all. Hold on. See if I can do this while I'm sitting down. Okay, so this next bag, this has most of my pressed powders in it. Now, I do have a few pressed powders inside of this portion of the bag. There's no reason, like those aren't in there because I use them more, I like them more. They're just inside the bag because they fit better in here than these did. Those are square, you'll see them in a minute. But the ones I use the most are actually, as far as pressed powders go, are actually up here as the top. So right on top, you see my powders. I'm back to using, I should say, the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I had switched from this because for a while I was using NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation, And to me, in my personal opinion, I know everyone loves that, but to me, in my personal opinion, that foundation did need to be set down a little bit. And I felt like these were not setting it as well as I would have liked for them to. So I switched to using the BH Cosmetics powder. But now the foundation I use in my kit for the most part is the Dose of Colors foundation. And that foundation doesn't really need to be set down. So I was able to switch back to more of a finishing powder as opposed to an actual setting powder. So I'm back to carrying the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I have 5 shades. I have Medium Plus, Light Plus, Dark Tan, Medium Deep, and then Dark Deepest. I also have Sephora. This is their, what is it called? Is it what is this called? Micro Smooth Powder. This is the one in Fair or Light. I have my Cover FX powders in here. This is the translucent one. This one is a blotting powder. I have Light and Deep. I don't know where the deep one is at. It should be in here as well. There it goes. But I have the light one and the deep one. These are my favorite blotting powders. I have my NARS. Oh, I love this. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Powder. This comes in 2 shades. It comes in this one, which is Sunstone, but it also comes in a translucent one. I love, love, love these for finishing the face. They are so pretty. I feel like they almost just kind of smooth everything out. I just really like the way that they make the skin look when you're done. And even though I don't really think they do a fantastic job at controlling oil, I do think they do a pretty decent job, and I do feel like it sets the makeup down, and it does help it last a little bit longer. I love these so much. I have 2 left of the MAC Pro Longwear powders. I have, I think, Light and the Medium Plus. No, I have Dark Deepest and then Medium Plus in those. These are just some blushes from Too Faced. I have a couple of the Too Faced bronzers, the chocolate bronzers. I have Dark Chocolate and then Chocolate Soleil. Is that Chocolate Soleil? Yes. Dark Chocolate and then Chocolate Soleil from the MAC Selena collection. I have my Becca Afterglow palette. This this is new to me, but I love it so much. This is from MAC and it's called Rosy Cheeks. I actually saw another girl use this in her YouTube videos and I had to get it. I love this so much. I bought one for myself and one for my kid. I'll link her video below, but this was so, so pretty. I had to get it and I absolutely love it. This is the prettiest blush I have ever used. No lie. I love this. This is NARS Exhibit A, which is a bright, let me open this. This is a bright red. This is from Shop Miss A. It's just a very nice light blush. This is from, what is that? Is it J-Cat? Yes, J-Cat. It reminds me of MAC Fever Blush, but it's like a cream. It's a cream to powder blush. This is, of course, from MAC. It's from the Strange New Worlds collection. This is another MAC blush. This is Flirting with Danger. These are Too Faced powders from Sephora. One is in Toffee Peach and the other one is in Neutral Mocha. And I like these because they're very unique colors. Like, I haven't really seen a lot of powders for deeper skin that have true neutral undertones that don't end up looking gray or ashy, but these two actually have 2 neutral undertones that look really natural. So I love these. And then I have a blush from Cover FX, and then I think I've been holding this in my hand the whole time. This is a highlighter from MAC called Highlight the Truth. I just have some MAC. I don't know if y'all can see that, but those are just some little MAC samples up there. So when you open it up, we get into the fun stuff now. These are the brushes. I don't even know if y'all can see that. I hope y'all can see that. But these are the brushes up top here that I was talking about, where I said I kept a few in my kit that I use all the time. Like right here, I have the MAC 170. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighting brush. This one came off Amazon. It's my favorite like brush to lay like skincare down with. I have my most used eye brushes in here. These are just my go-to brushes. This one is from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Blurring Foundation brush. I love this. The MAC 170 and then the e.l.f. Blurring Foundation. I can't live without them. I have to use them. Let me take them out just in case you can't see them. This is what they look like. This is the MAC one, and then this is the e.l.f. one. I cannot, y'all, I can't do a foundation application without those brushes. I have to have it. I love a brush to really blend out and to get into like where you really need coverage. I just love a brush for precision. I love it to really buff foundation out. I absolutely prefer a brush to do foundation as opposed to a beauty blender. So back here in this little section that opens up, let me undo this. I have some palettes. So this first one is just a MAC palette, and I just put some blushes in here. To be completely honest, I only bought these blushes because they were on sale at MAC. I guess they're being discontinued, and I figured why not. I used to use them back in the day, but I didn't need them. But it's, you know, I don't mind having them. They'll get some use. As you can see, I've used Sketch already. Well, I don't know if you can tell, but I've used Sketch already. This is Burnt Pepper. This is Sketch. This is Melba. And this is, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Film Noir. Which is really pretty for contouring. I just haven't had a chance to use it yet because I didn't need it. But I wanted to have it. They were on sale. I bought them. Now, this is NARS Lovejoy up here, and I do use this all the time. I love NARS Lovejoy. This is my NARS palette. Oh, and then they discontinued this. I don't know why NARS would do me like that, but you can't get this anymore. But this is my NARS palette, and these just have some pressed powders in them. These are the Kat Von D, well, excuse me, it's not Kat Von D anymore. It is KVD Vegan Beauty, I think is what it's called. But these are the KVD Vegan Beauty blotting powders. Now, these used to be called something else. I think they used to be called finishing powders, and they're the same thing though. So if you used to use the finishing powders, that's what this is. They're just called blotting powders now. That's what the girl at the Sephora told me. But I like them to, I like to set under the eye with a pressed powder before I go in and use like any type of loose powder. I just think that it creates a much smoother surface, and I feel like it really holds concealer in place for someone who has oily skin. And I'm someone who has oily skin, so any technique that helps keep those oils at bay and creates a smoother surface, I'm all for. And I feel like going in and lightly setting with the pressed powder before you go in with the loose powder, just, it makes all the difference in the world. So that's what I use these for. And then these three over here, these two are from Anastasia Beverly Hills. They are the contour powders. They came out of one of the contour kits. And then this one is from Ben Nye, and it came out of the Mojave palette. I didn't even tell y'all what I use these for. I just use these for contouring and bronzing. Contouring, bronzing on very, very, very fair skin for this one. All right, so in here, whew, where to start? Okay, I'll start in the back corner. These are new to me, and I'm still figuring out how I feel about them. These are from Charlotte Tilbury, and they are her basically color correctors. And what are they called? They are called, does it even say? It doesn't even say, but they're called Vanishing something. I don't know how I feel about these yet. I cannot sit here and tell y'all, oh, I love these, you need to run out and get these, because that's not quite how I feel about them yet. They're nice, but I feel like, to be completely honest, I have had drugstore color correctors that I liked better than these. I don't mind them. I'm definitely going to use them up. I just don't know if they were $30-something worth of products. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not mad that I have them, but I don't know if I'll repurchase them. But anyways, I have the colors medium, and then I have the colors deep. So I got 2 and I got 4. This is my Makeup by Mario Secret Glow. It's just the little clear kind of what is that? What do I want to call it? It's almost like a gel. If you've ever used the Danessa Myricks Dew Balm, it's just like this is a balm basically, but it's clear. I have some samples in here, some foundation samples, some primer samples, some concealer samples, all the samples. Over here up top, I have my Danessa Myricks. Y'all, I am trying to get through this. So Danessa Myricks has more than one of these palettes, and I used to like this one is the Feminist. There's another one that I prefer much more than this one, but I have told myself I won't allow myself to purchase that one until I get through this one. These are from, oh, I love these. These are from Revolution Pro, and these are bronzers. I have them labeled. This is not the name of them, but I have them labeled basically by what kind of tone they are. So this is the deepest one, and it is in the shade Mocha. And then this is the fair light one. It is in the shade Bahia. And then this is the medium deep one, and it is in the shade In Robe. It's basically something someone my skin tone or a little bit lighter or a little bit deeper would use. I love these. These are such a good formula, in their drugstore. So I think they cost regularly $11 a piece, and I think I caught them on sale for like $8 a piece. Totally worth it. If you can catch these, by all means, get them. I love them. That's the back of them. They're from Revolution Pro. These all back here in this pink container, these are all from Kylie Cosmetics. And these are the ones I was talking about before, where I said I have them in here just because this is where they fit well. I don't use these more than I use other powders or blushes or anything like that. They just happen to fit very nicely in this corner. So that's why I keep them inside of my kit. But this one with the A, B, C, and D, all four of these up top, these are her bronzers. And I just have them labeled A, B, C, and D from lightest to deepest. And then these four down here are all, well, these are her blushes. And again, I have them labeled by the color, not by the actual name. Like this one's a coral one, that one's a dusty peach, that one's a soft peach, and then that one's a pale pink. These are nice, don't get me wrong. And I think they're on sale right now at Ulta for like $8 or $9. But if you have blushes and bronzers in your kit that you already like you don't need to run out and get these. I definitely prefer these bronzers to these, but they are nice bronzers, don't get me wrong. And the blushes are nice. They're just not anything you need to run out and get right now. Run out and get these up. So next I have here, these are my Huda Beauty Tantors, and I do have them labeled in the shades the correct way. No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm lying. Yes, I do. I have them labeled in the shades the way that she has them named. I love these. These are another product that I will buy 1,000 times over and over and over again. They're easy to blend out. They're pigmented. They're smooth. They don't lift up foundation. If you put them under foundation, they don't make it look muddy. I love these. I have yet to find a cream contour or cream bronzing product that I like quite as much as these. I have my favorite loose powder over here. This is Too Faced Peach Perfect. Time out because I think do I have a little one of these? Yes, I do. I didn't show it to you earlier. I know I have. This one is the one, the light translucent one. And this one is like the medium deep translucent one. But this is my favorite. The Too Faced Peach Perfect powder is hands down my favorite setting powder of all time. It works on all skin types. It works on dry skin and it works on oily skin because it's not too dry for dry skin, but it's matte enough and oil controlling enough for oily skin. I love this. These all back here are all of my Huda Beauty Easy Bake powders. I have Kunafa, Sugar Cookie, Pound Cake, Cinnamon Bun, and Blondie. And the way that I set these up is I just have the ones set on top that I intend to use on whatever client I'm going to use them on. So like if I have a more fair to light client, I'll either put Sugar Cookie or Pound Cake on top. More deeper skin, I'll put the Cinnamon Bun on top, you know, anything like that. Right now, the person who I'm going to do next, Kunafa, is going to be the shade that I use on her. So that's why I have it sitting on top. Okay. So over here, I have all of my foundations and concealers. I have my little NARS ones sitting on top because they're so little. I have the baby ones, and if I stick them in here, they'll get lost. So these are the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealers. I don't love these for actually concealing, but I do like them for brightening. And I do like them for like spot concealing on the face. But I don't love them under the eyes like everyone else does. But for spot concealing and for brightening, I do like them. I have over here some foundations. These are from MAC. These are the MAC Studio Fix in the stick foundations. I'm not gonna be able to get it out because I'll have to move everything. But this right here in the corner is one of the MAC Conceal and Correct palettes. It's the dark deep one. If I can, I will take it out at the end and take a picture of it and insert a picture of it on the screen. I just don't want to take it out now because everything will shift backwards. But I have my MAC Pro Longwear concealers right here. These and then these are from Dose of Colors. These two are from Maybelline. These back here are my Cover FX foundations. I don't love those, but I have them, so I'm trying to work through them. All of these, well, most of these, I should say, are Dose of Colors foundations. That is pretty much exclusively what I'm switching my kit to as far as like my loose foundations go. I'm still going to keep my foundations in a palette, but as far as my like loose liquid foundations go, I'm almost exclusively going to have nothing but Dose of Colors and then MAC Face and Body. And that's what this over here is, MAC Face and Body. This white one is also MAC Face and Body, but almost all the rest of these are Dose of Colors. And as you can see, I kind of have them set up from lightest to deepest, just so that it's easier for me to go in and pick them out. And then I have one little LA Girl concealer back here. This is the Pro Conceal in Whites. Now over here, we are in my prep and glow section is what I should call this. I have just a little micellar water from Innisfree. Where do I want to start? I'm trying to decide where I want to start here, y'all. Okay. This is another little sample. This is from MAC. It's the Prep and Prime Natural Radiance. This one's in the Natural Radiant Pink. I have my MAC Lightful C moisturizer back here. I love that. I love it. It's so good. I think makeup sits on top of it really, really nicely, and all of my clients like the way that it feels on their face. I have my MAC Skin Glaze right here. This is First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. That is so, so good for any type of like very like dry, like patchy skin. Like if someone has like dry patches or any type of like dry texture on their skin, I like to use that because it really settles into the skin and it really helps to soften it. So does the Lightful C, but I really like this one. It's a little bit heavier of a moisturizer. This is my Danessa Myricks Beauty Oil. This over here is my Queen's Life Cosmetics, one of her highlighting sprays. This is my NARS Radiance Primer. This is the NARS Pore and Shine Primer. This is my MAC Lightful C Softening Spray, which pretty much does the same thing as the Ultra Repair Cream. This is just a little bit of a lighter formula. Like I use this on everybody pretty much because I really just feel like it softens the skin, just exactly what it says it's going to do. And it just makes the skin hold on to makeup a lot nicer. Makeup sits more nicely on top of skin when I have put this under it. This is a new find, but it is so good. I'm so late to the Laura Mercier train, but this is a Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. I also tried the hydrating one, but I had a sample of it and it's gone now, but this is so good. The hydrating one was so good as well. It's a blurring one, but it's silicone free, so it's not going to give you that slippery silicone-y feel. It blurs and does everything it's supposed to do without giving you any of that nasty slippery feel. So, sorry, I had to check and see. I hit my camera. I had to make sure it's still recording. So, I have my MAC Strobe Cream. This is the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance in the yellow. These are the Gleam by Melanie Mills, the same lady who made that spray I was showing y'all earlier. This one is in Gleam Bronze. This one is in Gleam Peach Deluxe. I have my Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm. This one is in Goldgasm. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. I have my other Queen's Life cosmetic spray. This is Mayron Skin Prep. We have MAC. This is my, yes, Skin Refine Treatment Zone. Great for small areas that really need like focus, like for pores, for lines, anything like that. 2 more of the Melanie Mills, the same thing as these. Gleams, this one is in deep gold, and then this one is in rose gold. These back here, these little beauty treats, these are just lip balms. I have my First Date Beauty Porous Be Gone Matte Primer. I don't really use this on anybody who has very oily skin because I don't feel like it controls oil or holds oil back that well, but I do like it for anyone who has pores that they want me to address. It's a lightweight pore formula. I really like it. This is another one of those lip balms from Beauty Treats. This is my Embryolisse Hydra Matte. Controversial statement time. I hate, and I mean hate, Embryolisse Lip Cream Concentrate. I know it's everybody's favorite thing in the world, but I don't like it. I don't like anything about it. I feel like it is heavy for no reason. It just, my makeup slides off of my face anytime I try to use it. I don't like the way it smells. I don't like it. I don't like anything about it, but I love this. I love this. This is my MAC Time Control Lotion. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This is okay. I'm on my last little, I have like 1 little pump of this left and then it'll be gone. I won't repurchase it, but I don't mind having it. This is the, okay, this is the Smashbox Photo Finish. This is a smooth and blur. Remember how I was saying earlier that this one was not, that this one was silicone free, so it was not gonna be slippery and sliding all over the place. This is the opposite of that. This, to me, makes foundation slip and slide everywhere. But what I do like it for is if you're just trying to matte out the skin without putting anything on top of it. So I feel like this performs fine when there's nothing else on top of it. I feel like it only starts to fail when you start to put like a foundation on it or concealer or powder on it. So just this on the face, like if you're doing like male grooming and the groom has some pores or something he wants to address, this is fine for that, but I don't like any product on top of it. Where was I at? Okay, this is my Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Magic Cream. I have 3 of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filters. I have 2, 4.5, and then 6.5. Of course, my Mineralized Charge Water. Of course, the OG Ben Nye Final Seal. You can buy big bottles. This is all I do. I buy the big bottle and then I just refill this little bottle. This, of course, we have MAC Fix Plus, but this is the one with the shimmer in it. And then the regular MAC Fix Plus. Then I have this little gem. This is NYX Away We Glow. It's a very, very pretty illuminator. This is so beautiful on deep skin. MAC Fast Response, because what are you doing if you don't have fast response in your kit? This is the Gilded Honey from Laura Geller, the body spray. The Skindinavia. This is the primer spray. Also, this, I have the big bottle of this, and I just put it in the little bottle. Back here, this is the Skindinavia Oil Control Spray. And then this is just a little empty bottle, just in case I need to put water or something inside of it. All right, so over here, I have 2 more little glow things. These are from Milani. They're strobe lights, and they are basically, I don't want to call them dupes because I think that's a little bit of a strong word, but if you don't have it in your budget to get this from Charlotte Tilbury, the Glowgasms, these are a nice drugstore option. The only difference is the Charlotte Tilbury is more sheeny and glowy, and these have a little bit more glitter in them, especially this one. This one, not so much. It does have some glitter in it, but it's not quite as much as this one. But, you know, the Charlotte Tilbury stuff is expensive, and if you're just starting off, you might not have that in your budget to get these, or to get the Melanie Mills ones, or, you know, anything like that. These are a good option. I really, really like these. I think they're very pretty underneath foundation. That's the way to kind of really make them work. I don't love them on top of foundation because, like I said, they're very glittery. Well, they're kind of glittery, but underneath foundation, they look really nice, really smooth because you can't see that glitter. So if you were wanting to try the Glow Gasms from Charlotte Tilbury, but you're like, that's just a bit too much for me, these are a nice option. These are my foundation palettes. So at the back here, I have the one from MAC Le Maquillage Pro, and I use this one for color correcting. I have my MAC, what is this? My MAC Full Coverage foundation palette. I love this. I love this. And then, oh my baby, this is my Graftobian HD Glamour Cream palette. Anytime someone asks me what foundation I recommend to them to start their kit with, I always tell them to get the Graftobian palettes because you can use these for foundation, concealer, highlighting, contouring, whatever you need to use them for. They're so versatile and their coverage is versatile. They're just so good. I can't recommend these enough. If you're looking to start your kit and you're wondering where to start as far as complexion goes, this is it. And they have 3 different ones. You can get warm, you can get neutral, and you can get cool. I would have the warm one. I would recommend getting the warm and neutral ones because I feel like those two you can really do a lot with, but they're like $70 or $80 a piece. If you can afford all 3, get all 3. But if you can only afford 1 or 2, I would say get the warm and then the neutral. I love them so much. This is my MAC contour and highlight palette, the powder one. And then the 2 little palettes that I pulled out at first so that I can move everything else around is my NARS Exposed Cheek Palette. This is my favorite cheek palette. These are the blushes that I use on pretty much everybody, especially for bridal because they all have a glow to them, so they look really pretty on the skin. And then this one is my Danessa Myricks. She is beat up. I have used this thing. This is my Danessa Myricks Beauty Waterproof Cream Palette. All right, am I done in here? That one a little bit faster than I thought. Okay, so let me move to the next bag. I'm gonna go through the eyes and lip bag next. Let me move this off to the side and get the other bag. All right, so we are back with the next bag, and this is my eyes and lips bag. So I'm just gonna go ahead and unzip it. Be easier for me to handle. So up top, I have my lashes and my lash supplies, like my scissors, my tweezers, my lash glue. Speaking of lash glue, I gotta mention this, y'all, because this took me for a loop. This is from Tati Lashes, and it's I think it's Mama Mitchell, but his collection, or from his collaboration, this glue dries so quickly. Like, this is the fastest drying glue that I think I have ever tried. I love it. I'm gonna order some more of it. I'm just now trying it out more recently and it dries so quick. But anyways, as you can see, these are not all of my lashes. I have a lot more in the extras bag, but these are like my faves. So the double demi wispies, these are a staple because they look good on everybody, but they are just the right amount of drama for someone who has small eyes but wants a dramatic lash. A lot of times dramatic lashes just eat up small eyes and you can't see anything else. They hover over them. They're not a good fit for small eyes. These lashes are perfect for somebody who has small eyes but still wants a little bit of drama. But then I have my Ardell Wispies. I have my Ardell 422s, which is just a very, very natural lash. Love these for like mother of the bride, mother of the groom situation. I have my Ardell Wispies. Hold on. These are the Studio Effects Wispies. These are a little bit thicker on the end, and these are just the regular Wispies. I have my Flutter Lashes Eternity. This is a really pretty bridal lash. I have these from Flutter Lashes just in case anyone wants a little bit more drama. I have my Cali Vibe lashes from Tati Lashes. I love these. I have my TL9 lashes. These lashes, these are just almost like the Ardell 422s that I just showed you. Just a very nice natural lash. They just have a slight little bit more of like a fluff to them, just ever so slightly, but they're very pretty, very natural. And then I have these up here. This is Chick Flick, and then Hustler. see if I can get this zip with one hand. Uh-oh, there we go. Okay. And then didn't unzip the bottom part. See, I'm batting 1,000. All right. So up here, bring this in. All right. So up here at the top, I have my mascaras down there on that end. I'm sorry if I'm loud. I'm very close to the camera now. I have my eyeliners here. These are my brow products. These are the Benefit Precisely My Brow. This is my favorite brow brush. These are my favorite lipsticks from Pink Digger. These are like the red and pink ones I use all the time. And then these are the nudes I use all the time. These are my lip liners. I have some from MAC, Patricia Cosmetics. This one is from LA Colors. MAC is pretty much my go-to when it comes to lip liners. I know a lot of people say Morphe has good ones, and I'm sure that they do, but I'm just partial to MAC liners. And then down there at the bottom, I have my Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks, which I love to use to line the lips. But I love Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks. That's probably my favorite formula. I have my MAC lip glasses, some Anastasia Beverly Hills, some Artist Couture lip glasses. Let me see if I can pull. Like, this is MAC See-Through. I'm trying to see what I can remember. This is definitely MAC Soar. This is Patricia Cosmetics Deep Nude. This is MAC. What is this? Is this Strip Down? Yeah, that's Strip Down. This is Night Moth. That's Cherry. These are from Sephora. You need this in your life. What is this? What's the name of this? Molasses. You need molasses in your life. It's a dream. But like, these two are from Patricia Cosmetics. One is Peach Nude, and then one is True Nude. What is this? Hover. This is from Artist Couture, and this is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. All right. So up here in the back, I just have my brow powders. I have my brow powders. The palettes, this one's from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And then I also have the BH Cosmetics one back there. All right, so up here, these are my favorite brow gels. I have this is the Benefit, what is it? 24-hour brow setter. And then the Benefit Give Me Brows. I love these so much. I have 2 of the shades in 5 and then one 4.5. This is a newer edition, obviously. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. Now, I'm on the fence of this. I'm on the fence with this. I like it. I just think it can be a bit finicky to use. But do I like it? Yes. I really, really like it. I just think you have to make sure that you get it, you know, just right. If you put too much on, it's a whole hassle. It's a mess. If you don't put enough on, it doesn't really hold the brows well. Whereas something like this is just easy breezy, comb through, and you're good to go. This one takes a little bit more work to get it right, but when you get it right, it's great. It's fantastic. So I do like it. I just think you have to be kind of ready to put in or wanting to put in a little extra work. If you just want something quick and easy, this is not going to be it. But I do like it. I have some MAC paint pots in here. I have Groundwork, and then it's Fabstract. That's its Fabstract, just a dark brown, and then Groundwork looks like this. I think that's it. Nothing exciting. Oh, this little container. This is an e.l.f. brow kit, but it's actually where I keep my soap. So I just like scraped out all of the e.l.f. brow products, and I put soap in here for when I want to do soap brows. What else? I think that's about it. Back here is where I have a lot of my primers and like cream liners. So I have my NYX glitter liner. To be completely honest, I use this on the nose to hold foundation in place more than I actually use it on the eyes. For the eyes to hold like shimmers and glittery eyeshadows in place, I prefer my MAC mixing medium. But it does really, really well. It's good for, you know, eyeshadow, but I like it on the nose and in smile lines. I have my Urban Decay primer potion, a sharpener, this little thing from Dose of Colors. It's the Ideal Duo. I don't think they sell these anymore, but this one was really, really pretty. My black gel liner from Maybelline. A brown one from e.l.f. I have my Inglot Durline in here. A liquid liner. This one is from Essence. This is so good. It's waterproof. And I don't know if I told you earlier, but this mascara back here is from Essence as well. This is the Lash Princess. I think these are from the same line. They're both waterproof. And this is my L'Oreal Voluminous and waterproof as well. What else is in there? Oh, my Danessa Myricks. And also my Danessa Myricks. This is the Color Fix. You can make liner. You could do the same thing with Inglot Durline, but with this, you can make liner. You can like scrape a little bit of eyeshadow into this and then make it into a liquid liner, and it dries down and doesn't budge. You can do all kinds of stuff with this. You can turn a pigment into like a liquid eyeshadow. You can just do all kinds of stuff with this and with Durline. Durline, a little drop of it, you know that it will moisten it back up like a paint pot or one of the Anastasia Beverly Hills. That's what I forgot to show y'all. I know I have some ABH dip brows in here. Yeah, there's my ABH dip brows down at the bottom. I only carry taupe and ebony because I don't use it. Most of the time I use a pencil or powder, but I do carry taupe or ebony dip brow. I think I showed y'all this. This is from Dose of Colors, and that's all that's in there. So over here, these are the rest of the lipsticks that wouldn't fit up top. As I said earlier, I love the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick formula. So I have a couple of those. I have some more of my MAC lip glasses. I have some more Artist Couture. This is another MAC. But I have some more Artist Couture lip glasses down here. I have some more of my Pink Digger lip products down here. I have more Anastasia Beverly. I have so many Pink Digger products. I have more Anastasia Beverly Hills lip glasses or lip glosses down here. This one's so pretty. This is new to me. I got this in a little bag, a little sample bag, but it's from Tarte and it's a jelly glaze. It's a lip treatment, but I like it, y'all. I really do like it. It's called an Anytime Lip Mask. I think I might go and get the full size because I really did like the way that it made the lips feel after I put it on there. If it's worth getting the full size, let me know in the comments if it's worth getting this in the full size because I did like it, but I also just thought the bottle was kind of cute and that might be influencing my opinion. So up here, I have my Mario Continue with Lip products. This is my Mario Makeup by Mario lip palette. I got rid of my Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette and got this one instead just because it's more compact. It takes up less space. And then these two lip palettes are from MAC. One is the Editorial Reds and one is the Modern Browns. The rest of this is all highlighters. I have some Artist Couture. Can you tell that I like Artist Couture? I have some from a brand that was called Bewitched Babe. I have 3 from Patricia Cosmetics. You see them right on top. I love those. If you watch my favorite small women of color owned businesses, you've seen these. I love those. I have Fenty, Trophy Wife. This is, I think, Cognac Candy, and then Diamond Ball Out. I think that's it. This is from Estee Lauder, and it's the Heat Wave. And I think that's it as far as my highlighters go. I have Laura Geller Gilded Honey. That's the one I was missing. That's Laura Geller Gilded Honey down there. All right. So these are my eyeshadow palettes. And then some like loose liquid ones right on top. Let me take those out though so that y'all can see what's underneath them. So this that I just pulled out, this is from MAC. It's one of their Dazzle shadows. This is Pantherized. This and then these 3 right here. I have like 2 more underneath there. These are from Too Faced. I think these were also discontinued, but they were really, really pretty. This over here is from Dose of Colors. Those 3 are from Dose of Colors. And then I have my Desi Katie Francation palette from Dose of Colors as well, right here. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. You can hardly see it down there, but this is the, is it the Pillow Talk? Yes, this is the Pillow Talk Instant Eye Palette from Charlotte Tilbury. This is from Too Faced. This is the Flaming, y'all remember the Flaming Love palette from Makeup Addiction Cosmetics. I still have mine. I love it. This is the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered. This is the Makeup by Mario's. This is the Metallics one, and then the Makeup by Mario Mattes. This is the Jackie Aina palette. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. And then this is my baby Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction. You know I gotta have some Pat. I gotta have some Pat in my kit. Pat is expensive, but I had to have at least something Pat McGrath in my kit. I love this eyeshadow palette. It's so good. Anytime I can work it into a look, I will. All right, so I think that's it for that. So we have one more bag to go. I have to show y'all my extras bag with all my like backups in it, and then we'll be done. So let me switch out bags. I'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are on the last bag. We have come to the end of the road like boys to men. Okay, y'all, we are at the finish line. So these things on top, these are just some little bags that I got from Shop Miss A. I have all different types, but right now I have the teen bride one in because my next 2 appointments are bridal. So I just have the little teen bride bag so that I can put their little samples in here. And I think it's, it's cute. It's a nice little touch. So, but you can get ones that say makeup artist. You can get ones that say diva. Shop Miss A has everything, but I keep some of these in different styles, to suit whoever I'm doing. So over here is basically all of my extra eyeshadows, palettes, lashes, all that kind of stuff. And then in here, some of these are essential. So like I have an extra set of tissues right here. I have my hair clips right here. I have my sponges, powder puff, and disposable wedges in here. All of my sponges come from all of my like beauty sponges. The pink ones are all Shop Miss A, and then the black ones are the She Glam ones. I only buy affordable beauty sponges because I don't reuse them. So buying a $20 beauty blender and having to either toss it in the trash, give it away, or keep it for my personal collection every time I use it would just get super duper expensive. Whereas I don't, these are like $1.55 a piece, $3 a piece. I don't feel that loss quite that much. You know what I mean? And I don't use a beauty blender on every client, but still, when I do, having to basically throw away $20 each time is a lot of money as opposed to $1.55 or $3, especially when the sponges are just as good quality as a beauty blender is. So yeah, all those pink sponges came from Shop Miss A. I'll link them below. And then all those black sponges came from Shein or She Glam. So this over here is my little covering. Basically, you can use this if you've already done someone's makeup, but they need to change, they need to put their clothes on. It's great for bridal because you just unzip it. You let them stick their head in there and then you zip it back. Let them put their dress on and you can unzip it. And nobody has gotten makeup on anything because their face was covered by this mesh. And it's machine washable, so you can clean it after every use. I have some extra disposables in here. Some aloe. This is just aloe over here, like an aloe gel for anybody that's got like sunburn or any type of like wind irritation or something on their skin. I have got my Ben Nye palette, my little portable Ben Nye palette. These are just all of their pressed setting powders. Banana, all of them in one little tiny portable. This is a makeup artist's dream. I just don't use it that often because I don't like how small the squares are. I like to really be able to get into my powders. And I've mentioned this, I think I mentioned this in the last video I did. I'm not someone who's a big fan of depotting. I don't like it. I much prefer my things to be in their original containers. So, and that's because I really like to be able to get in there. So these being as tiny as they are annoys me and I don't use it that much, but it does come in handy because I literally have every shade I need in one palette. These are all of my extras as far as eye products go. I have a few of the Dose of Colors loose shadows. I have a Fenty, this is the Silver Fenty Beauty Glow. I only use it on the eyes, that's why it's in here. I have this really pretty shimmer from NARS. This is so pretty. It's in the shade Naked City. This is the prettiest little blue shimmery eyeshadow ever. I have some glitters in here. Those are loose glitters. I have rhinestones. I have my tape. I have some little cream highlighters from e.l.f. I usually use those on like junior bridesmaids, or like, you know, flower girls, because they're very shimmery, but they're little cheek colors, and you can put them on the lips as well, and they just look super cute. So I have my extra lashes in here. I have some more of those Ardell lashes that I showed y'all. I have some more Ardell, Ardell Demi Wispies. Some Ardell number 12s. These are Ardell 120s. These are Kiss number 11s. I have Kiss Teddy lashes. Just a bunch of lashes. And these are all the rest in this other little container. These are all the rest of my Tati lashes. This container here is full of Tati lashes. These are TL6s. I just have a bunch, y'all. I think I have almost one of each style of Tati lash that she offers. I don't think there is a single Tati lash that I don't have at least one of. I love those lashes. I'm not gonna lie, I thought they were overhyped at first until I started buying them. Those are actually some really good quality lashes, and I really, really like them. I highly recommend them if you're a makeup artist. This is my extra palette section. So I have my tattoo cover in here. I mentioned this in the last video. I mentioned most of this in the last video. So if you watched the last video, this is gonna be wild repetitive, but it is what it is. But this is my tattoo coverage palette. I just bought a new one because the other one had dried out. It was just time for something new. It's the same palette, just a newer one. And that's the thinner that you use to thin these out, because they are super pigmented and they are very hard to blend if you just try to use them straight out the gate. I feel like you definitely need to add a little bit of thinner to whichever one you're using before you try to apply it to somebody. But these will cover literally anything. These will cover your whole life if you need them to. There's nothing that these won't cover. So they're fantastic for tattoo coverage, for scar coverage, anything. Girl, you just covered. You're just covered. You just covered everywhere. I have my Tartelette in Bloom palette, the original Tarte palette. This is the MAC It's Designer palette. I have another one of the Danessa Myricks waterproof cream ones. As you can see, this one's also been heavily used and loved. I have my Ben Nye Matte HD foundation palette, my MAC paint palette. As you can see, the two colors used the most in here are the greens, and that's because I typically use this for color correcting. I just mix a little bit in one of these into whatever foundation or concealer I'm using, and use that to do a color correction on redness before I actually go in with whatever the layer of concealer or foundation. So that's why the greens are mostly used. I have my other Ben Nye Olive Brown matte foundation palette, because I find that so many brands skip out on doing good like olive tone. So this is an essential. I have One More Dose of Colors palette. This is the Snow Angels palette. I forgot I even had this, y'all, but I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. This one is in the shade Sugar. I need to use this more because this has some really pretty highlights in it. Let me put this on top. I need to use that more. I have my Urban Decay Born to Run palette. This is a really good palette if you're starting your kit. It has so many colors in it. I have my Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette, and I think that's it. I think we're done, y'all. I think we're finished. Yeah, that's it. We're done. So the only other thing I'm missing, like that I didn't get to show y'all, was I always usually carry a towel, a smaller one, and then a hand towel with me. But I don't ever put those in my kit and keep them in there. I just grab one before I go. And what else do I carry? Do I carry anything else? I carry like a little medicine pack with me, Band-Aids, Tylenol, and stuff like that. But I keep those in my purse because I'm just, you know, a nervous wreck, and I carry that kind of stuff around all the time. But if you're not somebody who carries around those kinds of things with you, it is a good idea to keep a little pack of floss with you, a couple Band-Aids, some Tylenol, Advil, little things like that, just because, girl, you never know. You just never know what's going to happen. But other than that, we're done. I'll see you in the outro, and yeah, bye.